well then. I haven't been keeping up with Vocaloid 3 as much, but you got to know the rise of Vocaloid and everything about that, and the whole Miku, everything Miku's done. This did have there's audio.
Are you ready?
This did have a link to the virtual concert, but everything else Miku's done. Games, other programs, sponsorship, American debut, everything that is possible. Then this is where UTAU starts. UTAU was made online by someone named Ayame or Ameya, depending on where you find it, because it does change for some reason. The characters do switch. This is the free alternative. It was completely made as a dig towards Vocaloid, saying Vocaloid's too expensive, we need a free version. So someone programmed a free version to make. It originally was only for Windows, and they made one for Mac. And these are all a bunch of links where you can find things. The first thing is for app locale, if you're on an American computer and you need Japanese applications. I'll post these on the forums as well if you want me to. The MediaFire link is, I'm pretty sure that's Orimo. Then you have UTAU, which is the UTAU link. Audacity is used for mixing and everything together. And the UTAU synth is the Mac version. So as far as I know, it's still in beta. I haven't tested in a while. I don't have a Mac of my own, so I have to go to another Mac to test it. App locale is probably the most difficult process of doing this, of setting it all up. It screws up a lot, especially if it's not your own computer and you're using it like a family computer and you set it in Japanese and then all the processes in Japanese and everyone's confused. This happens a lot. To do it properly, there's specific steps and you have to follow those specific steps or else it will not work. The ways to do it on Windows 7 and Vista are different than XP. These are pretty much for XP because that's what I did originally on. It's probably easiest to do it on XP because it's not that complicated of a program. But it reinstalls language as Japanese on the computer, and you can do Japanese programs. For Mac users, you get it easy because Mac is a lot better when it comes to stuff like that. So it just installs, and you can set it to English or Japanese. It's a lot different, though, and I haven't messed with it a whole lot, but it's different. Orimo is what I use, and what a lot of other people use to record. What it does is you set up a record list or a rec list. Has all the letters depending on how you want to put them in. You can put them in Japanese, you can put them in English. And all you do is when you bring it up, you hit R to record, and it'll start recording, and it'll record everything for that specific thing. So if it's you go and hold it for however long you need, or do all those. You can do from in the secondary menu up here. You can do the normal note. You can do a higher version and a lower version, depending on if you want how complex you want your UTAU to be. So this is a very simple program, and when you're done, you just, I'm pretty sure you can just close out of it. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't really done it in a while. But it automatically compiles everything in WAV files, which is what you need. And everything will save in one folder, and now you need to make a new folder for UTAU, so UTAU, the program can recognize it. You'll need a character.txt, a readme.txt, and image.bitmap. And this will be all for your fancy, if you want to put it online and things. It's very simple to install your voice. All you have to do is go into Project Properties under UTAU. This is also assuming you already have UTAU installed. Open folder of where every voice is and select just one of the voices, one of the voice files, most likely the file, depending on how you saved it. Then you just start testing some stuff out, and you can manipulate the pitch. This can all get very difficult, but you do not need it to. As long as you can find USTs online. UST is the file type of UTAU. As long as you can find them online, that is an excellent starting point of just doing covers. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. I say screw it, do pre-made stuff for the beginning. I don't even know what this does really, a lot of this.
You don't know what that does.
When you edit it.
Yeah, this is a great place to find USTs. The only problem is it has been updated since 2008, so there's not a lot of new stuff on there. But there's a huge list of VSQs, which is the Vocaloid file type, and USTs. And UTAU can open VSQs, but it's like a...
It's like opening,
It's a holy terror.
Yeah,
it's an
it's really
office
weird.
file with Word. It sometimes screws up.
If you have Vocaloid, if you have Vocaloid, what I suggest is going into opening up in Vocaloid, setting all the stuff correctly to however you wanted to export it, and then opening it up in UTAU.
Can you export it to MIDI and then import?
Not exactly. You can, but
MIDI's
are
kind of weird. It's not much better.
Yeah, it doesn't transfer that well. Really, you can get a good VSQ. Some people do make good VSQs that you can easily convert to USDs, which is awesome. Like there's a Rolling Girl one on there that's really awesome for it. Now, when you start exporting stuff, the vocal track, it'll export as waves, and wave files are uncompressed, so they're notoriously big. But you want to keep them because of the highest quality. You want to keep them until after you're done mixing everything together. Audacity is what I use to mix. It's also very simple to use, and it's also free. Everything in this panel is free because I'm cheap. So, yeah. Audacity can do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It is difficult.
Yeah. In Audacity, you can adjust levels, you can do effects on the voice, and depending if you know how much you know in Audacity, but all you really need to do is you can put the karaoke of it, or the off vocals, the vocals of it, and you can set the volumes of each. And then you export, you can set the artist name and all that through Audacity. It's all very simple. It's all kind of pre-made, but enough to be yours. Now the part is this is a little bit more user-oriented. Designing your avatar for your UTAU. The most notable features from pretty much from Vocaloid are the sleeves, the school uniform, headphones, tie goes into the school uniform. But I mean, also little pens that say UTAU or something on it, or like DeFoco's hat says UTAU. There's color scheme in general. There's a lot of things you can choose from. It can change a lot. And when you publish it, there's several places you can publish it that are accepted. YouTube, obviously. If you know anything about Japanese, you can do that. Pia Pro, you can do it on DeviantArt. There's a lot of stuff on DeviantArt, but it pretty much links back to YouTube as well because you need music. So thank you. This is really quick, and this is my UTAU. This is Chukan Koei Chukan, depending on how you say it. And once this GIF stops loading, it'll start playing Fukureta.
And the program helps you make the avatar, or?
No,
you design it.
You design it yourself.
Yeah.
Or if you really want to, you don't have to have a design. You could just
Yeah.
There's some that
Don't have designs.
avatars at all.
Hold on, this is almost done loading a GIF. Yeah, it's a long GIF. But have you ever seen Fukureta? It does this forever.
Oh, the song's gonna play down.
Yeah.
By the way, Pia Pro is very limited to how many UTAUs you can upload to it. They only allow.
But it's still it'll get it'll word out. I mean,
true.
Yeah, but
They don't allow
if you
like
can't
for
do
custom
Japanese,
UTAU.
if you don't speak Japanese,
yeah, if you don't speak
Japanese.
question, yes.
Yeah, you'll be really awkward.
Apple says to read it, but you can reinstall completely in Japanese, which is better.
Affect much. The only thing, like when I converted to Japanese, it didn't affect anything except like my iTunes thing.
iTunes upload times
iTunes,
Yeah.
Paint,
non-Unicode program.
Yeah.
it affects my pain.
The sync program for my phone did it too.
My child's name is Chukan Koei, or Koei Chukan.
Really?
Tyler, where?
Where? Yes, we need to come meet each other.
Yay!
Yeah, hold on, I'll just... Right. Well, here's the actual video, but it's already kind of played. And you notice it doesn't sound anything like me, but it's my voice. That's another thing you can do about it. You can edit every time there's flags you can edit. You can get going like very simple. You can do it really quick. You look them up. The program comes with. I'll show you.
It's sort of like not a nice documentation of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of voice.
Oh yeah, guys, say hi to Blaze. Blaze wants me to record this, so say hi to him.
Wait, Blaze? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard a lot of people use Reaper. I've never used Reaper, but
Reaper's good, as long as you're not doing anything commercial. Reaper has a free indefinite trial. It's sort of like WinZip or WinRAR.
there is an